DJ. All right, what have we got? Big show today. Oh, one of the most beautiful women in the whole world on our show today, Michelle Pfeiffer.
Love her.
Yeah.
Age of Innocence, my favorite movie ever.
Terrific actress.
Terrific.
Next guest films include Scarface, The Fabulous Baker Boys, and the musical Hairspray. Latest film is called Stardust. It opens on Friday. And here, ladies and gentlemen, the lovely Michelle Pfeiffer. Michelle Pfeiffer, right in front of our eyes. And the first time on our show.
Yeah.
Wow.
Welcome.
And it's great to have you here.
You have to come back more.
No, I can't believe I haven't been on the show before.
And you know, we haven't seen you in a while in the movies either.
I know.
You took a little hiatus for yourself.
I've been busy.
Really?
Yeah, carpool, you know, that sort of thing.
Kids, yeah.
Yeah,
And you took...
I don't know what happened. I was just sort of, I moved.
Right.
Moved up to Northern California.
Yeah, and I really underestimated what that means to relocate. That was a big job. And I don't know, and I didn't mean to take all that time off.
Yeah.
And suddenly 5 years went by.
Has it been 5 years?
Well, actually, I've been working the last 2 years, so I don't know that it was actually 5, but it was a long time.
But the movies are just now starting to come out, Hairspray and now Stardust.
But it must be very gratifying, rewarding. You're being a mom and doing mom things. But I'm wondering, can you go to, say, Parents' Night? Is it normal for you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, no, I do everything. Yeah. Yeah, people are really, I mean, they get over it pretty quickly, you know? I mean,
Well, I bet you created a sensation wherever you're living up there in Northern California. Michelle Pfeiffer's living on our block.
Are you kidding? I mean, it would be amazing. There must have been a parade.
Actually, it's funny because when I was moving up there, one of my best friends, I met her through the school, of course, because that's, you know, how you make friends when that's the only way I make friends. And she has a son, my son's age, and she was very excited. And it's a small school that he goes to, and so these kids have been with each other since they were 4, and there just isn't a lot of new blood that comes in, you know. And she got very excited because she heard that another 4th grader was coming, and she got very, and then she heard it was me, and she went, oh. And I think that's kind of, you know, I think actually they were sort of like, oh, you know, there goes the neighborhood.
But do you miss all the razzmatazz of living right there in Hollywood, Beverly Hills?
No, I don't miss
with all
any
those
of
guys
that.
with cameras chasing you down the street?
It's just gotten out of control.
It really
I don't miss that, no, I don't.
Is that part of the reason you sort of picked up and left?
No, I was picking up and leaving because it's really escalated. You know, it used to be you do a movie, there would be some sort of hype about you, and then they'd trail you for a little bit. But they just now trail you for anything. But I'd already, we had bought the house, and the move was coming up, and then I was photographed inside of my art class. And, you know, I had ambivalent feelings about moving because I was leaving my family and all of that, and that was kind of a little message from God saying,
time to go.
Time.
Right.
They got you in your art class.
And by the way, who knew Michelle Pfeiffer took art class?
Yeah.
I mean, how about that piece of information?
Well, now everyone knows.
Are you an artist?
Oh, well, I like to paint.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I
so
do.
nice.
Yeah.
And were you always a painter?
Kind of off and on my whole life, yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
See, she's got other talent.
You're right. Those who don't become talk show hosts.
And she's married. Right. And married to a very talented guy, David E. Kelly, who created Boston Legal.
So many
and
great
Ally
shows.
McBeal and all those wonderful shows. So now, I understand that you and David have what you call a date night.
Yes.
Yes. Which is good, right? And one night a week
Yes.
is your night together.
Yes.
And what do you usually do?
Kind of boring stuff, but not boring for me.
But you go out to eat
We
somewhere?
go to eat. Either we go have a nice dinner, just the two of us, or sometimes with friends, or we'll go to a movie, maybe. Yeah.
Do you
Big
still...
night out would be both.
Yeah, sure. Okay, good. You hold hands?
And that's about it.
But do the kids
We
give you
actually
a
went
hard
dancing
time?
recently. We went dancing, which was
Dancing?
kind of fun. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Do the kids give you a hard time when it's date night? Do they say, why can't we go? I don't understand why adults need adult time.
No. They're like, bye.
Really?
See you when you get home.
Yeah.
We'll take a break. We'll come back with Michelle Pfeiffer.
Preparing
of the big hits of this summer, Hairspray. And anyway, let's take a little review. The Michelle Pfeiffer review, okay?
boy.
We go
Here we
back
go.
all the way back
This
to
is
19...
is this the beginning or one of the beginnings?
82?
Well, this was the first big movie that I had done some smaller
This was Grease,
independent
too.
movies. That's Grease too.
Maxwell Caulfield right there. Hey, look at you. I mean, you haven't changed at all. No, really,
Thank
Michelle, you look
Regis.
exactly the same.
Oh,
Are you a California girl?
I am.
Where were you born?
I was born in Orange County.
Oh, in Orange
Santa
County.
Ana, California.
Now, this is how I like my Michelle
This is,
Pfeiffer.
yeah,
you know
this
what I
is
mean?
your favorite
There are
Michelle.
certain wardrobe things, but this is the way I like
We've
my
always had a
Michelle
thing
Pfeiffer,
for
right there. Huh? Batman Returns, 1992.
Did you keep that costume? Did you ever put that
I
on
didn't.
for David?
I didn't. I never wanted to see that costume again at the end of that movie.
Dangerous Minds, there was a big movie, 1995.
Yeah, they're all good.
They were all good, weren't they? Yeah. White Oleander. Yeah, that was a powerful flick. 2002.
Another meanie.
Another mean role?
Another mean role.
Yeah. And how about this girl? Do you recognize her at all? Scarface.
Hardly.
Hey, there he is. With Al Pacino.
You like working with Al Pacino?
Yeah. Yeah.
You two have an amazing chemistry.
It was really fun doing Frankie and Johnny with him all those
Oh,
years
sure.
later.
Yeah. And then the Fabulous Baker Boys. Let me tell you something. Nobody ever crawled up on a piano like
Nobody
you.
in their right mind.
No, but when you climbed up on that piano, it made me want to be a pianist. Well, anyway,
That is when you bought the piano.
yeah, that's when I bought a
You
piano.
bought a piano for joy.
Yeah, piano sales soared with that one.
Were you discovered in Southern California? I mean, how did
no.
you get into the movies? Because some
Well-
people come to New York and do the soap thing or stage work, you know.
Well,
Walking down the street, sitting at a drugstore
no. I entered a beauty pageant, sort of.
Oh,
Well,
really?
I did.
for a small town.
There's no sort of, I did.
And I sort of won.
And I sort of, well, a friend of mine knew I wanted to be an actor, and I didn't tell many people because I was embarrassed. And anyway, he knew this beauty pageant, and he came over one day with the application, and I nearly booted him out of my house. And he said, no, hold on, there's a judge who is a commercial agent who's been known to sign people. Anyway, that's what I did. I joined the pageant, signed with the commercial agent, and then kind of just started doing commercials and bits on TV, independent films, and kind of went back and forth. And
Did you get a tiara or a crown of some sort?
I have a tiara.
Did you got to keep it?
And I recently found it. My dad passed on a few years back, and we're cleaning out his things, and he had kept it in his desk.
Oh, how
my
sweet,
God.
see?
And it was wrapped in tissue.
Oh, how
Because he
nice.
took such good care of it.
And yeah, so I have that.
And when you
And it's
when
at my, and I put it on. I'm sitting at my computer. No,
When we come back, we'll show you a clip from her latest movie, Stardust. This new movie, Stardust, which will be coming out soon, has a terrific cast. You know, Robert De Niro,
my
lots
gosh,
of
it's
giant
huge.
names. And Michelle plays one of the most important characters in the movie. She plays a witch. Now, this is what, after 5 hours of makeup, does for even someone like Michelle. But you see, that's an old witch.
But it's very funny because she's still a beautiful old
She
witch.
has the eyes, yeah.
Look at that, how they tried.
I'm
God
not
bless
seeing
them.
that.
No, they tried.
But she gets a hold of this diamond and ingests it, or something happens to her, and she becomes Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh my gosh, if I could find that diamond.
Actually, it's not a diamond.
It's a star.
I'm not going to tell. It's a star.
It's a star, yes, yes.
It's
It looks like a
part
diamond.
of an anatomy of a star.
That's right. Because
And-
the star falls from the sky in
yes.
the form
And
of...
it's actually a person
Right.
played by
So,
Claire Danes.
what attracted you to this movie and this role?
The wardrobe, no. I honestly, I loved the piece, and I loved everyone involved, and it was such a marvelous cast, and I really liked the director, Matthew Vaughn. I loved his movie Layer Cake, and met with me, and you know, he wanted to kind of, you know, turn this idea of everybody searching for eternal youth and our, you know, our obsession with youth on its head, and poke fun at that, and And so he was just so smart about it. So.
It's so funny when you're first reading it and you must think like, oh, terrific, I get to be an old witch and it's wonderful and I don't have to even worry about my appearance for 3 seconds.
Yeah.
And then you turn the page where you do in fact have to become Michelle Pfeiffer, you know.
Well, the irony is that the hag part took so many hours in makeup and 5 hours and is pretty, is really uncomfortable. I mean, you're
Right.
completely encased in rubber.
Right.
And what I didn't realize is that every inch of that rubber is glued to your skin.
Oh,
Right.
they got to peel it off every
Well,
night?
yes, and that takes an hour.
Right.
So it's kind of intense. Yeah.
But personally, how do you feel about getting older?
Well, it's better than the alternative, isn't
Yes,
it?
that's what they say. Yeah.
I don't know. I've sort of gotten over the really horrible hump of getting old, I think. Now I'm kind of, okay.
You're ready.
Well, no. You know, it's not easy aging.
No, it isn't.
As particularly women.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot more pressure on us. And, you know, what are you going to do?
Well, let's take a look at you making this magical transformation in the movie, okay? This is a clip from Stardust, and here we go.
There's not much left.
Oh, soon there'll be plenty for us all.
So great. Sibling rivalry.
Just a little star, that's all you have to take. Forget the vitamins. Anyway, it's a lot of fun, and it opens on Friday, August 10th. And welcome back, Michelle. Thanks very much. So good to have
You
you.
can come here more often. We love you here.
We'll be right back in a